Hello everyone. Dear students, welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University video lesson on programming with the C and C++ for UC third semester students of computer applications. Today we are going to discuss Unit 4 Flow of Control. So before start the concept, first of all, what is flow of control? Flow of control in a C program refers to the order in which individual statements, instructions, or function calls are executed. So in flow of control, we are discussing about the control statements in C language. Okay. So control statements means what here? Control the flow of execution of the statements of a program. So there are various types of control statements. We have sequential, conditional, and iteration. Means here how the flow of the statements in the program will be executed. That is we are going to discuss here. So this flow of statements in the program will be having here three types, that are the sequential, conditional, and iteration. Okay, now see what about the sequential. So in the name sequential only we have the meaning here. Sequential is nothing but sequence order. Sequence order means what? One by one, one after another. So in sequential control, the program statements are executed sequentially, that is one after the another from beginning to end. So actually C programming having some rules here. And the first rule is the C programming is a top-down approach. So whatever the statements, whatever the programs we are writing, that are going to be executed from top to bottom. Okay. So how many statements you are writing in the main block? The complete statements are executed one by one. So if you can see diagrammatically also here. So statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, and so on statement. And how many statements if you want to take in main block, that all statements are going to be executed one after another. That is about the sequential control. Okay, now see the general example of the program of the sequential control. So every C program starts with the header file hash include stdio.h. So standard input output header file. Okay. Then also you can see here one more header file, that is the hash include conio.h is nothing but console input output header file. So the main header file is the standard input output header file. So in this header file we can store all the functions. All the functions belongs to this header file. Okay. Then console header file will be useful for the CLR and getch functions, and these two functions are helpful to clear the output screen and to come out of the output screen. Okay, and then we have the main function. This main function from every C program compilation starts from the main function only. So in the main function, after the main function we are declaring the variables. After that we are writing the statements. Okay, so here what is the program means? Addition of two numbers. So I am taking the three variables here, x comma y comma sum. So generally variables how we are adding, if we are taking two numbers x plus y, that means I am storing the x plus y in sum variable. Okay, that means that the logic is here sum equal to x plus y. Okay, so now I am using in this printf scanf statements. So printf scanf statements are the input and output statements. So printf is the to enter the data, to enter the output, and scanf is the to give the input to the program. Okay. And then after that, I am printing the result using the printf statement only. Okay. Next we have the here conditional control. Okay, so conditional control you can say selection control or decision control also. In condition control, the execution of statements depend upon the condition statement. If the condition evaluates to true, then a set of statements is executed, otherwise another set of statements is followed. So what is the meaning of this here? If you are writing the condition, okay, if the condition will be satisfied, so in this condition, what are the block of statements you are writing? That block of statements are belongs to that condition. Okay, if the condition is true, the complete block of statements are going to be executed. If the condition is false, then the remaining statements, the other apart from the block of statements will be executed. Okay, so I am giving general example also. generally if you are going to market, you want to purchase the fruits, okay, you want to purchase the like vitamin C based fruits. So vitamin C based fruits we are having oranges, grapes, like mosambis. So my condition is first I want preference give to the oranges. If the oranges are available, then I am taking oranges only. If the oranges are not available, then I am going to the purchase to grapes. Okay, if grapes also not available, then I am going to purchase the mosambis. So what we are observing here means we are giving the preferences to if condition, means if oranges are available. If oranges are not available, then we can go to second part, that is the grapes. Okay, if grapes are available, then my condition is satisfied. Okay, no need to choose the then other mosambis. Okay, then grapes also not available, then I'm going to choose the mosambis. Okay, so like this. So and one more example is also there, like ATM machine. So regularly everyone use ATM cards. So in ATM card also, when you are when you keep putting the ATM card into the ATM machine, so when you enter the password, if the password is correct only, then only you can able to withdraw the money. Okay, if the password is not correct, then you can't able to withdraw the money. Okay, so in real life also we can use these control statements continuously. Okay, so these control statements also we are calling as the decision control also. Okay, decision, so based on decision. So one more real example I want to give here, generally if your completion of degree. Okay, next you want to do business, or you want to do the higher studies, or you want to do job. Okay, so you are having here some decisions. So which one is the best decision for your life, you can choose that decision only. Okay, so that's why conditional statements we are calling as a selection control, or you can say the decision control also, and some situation we are calling as a branching statements also. Okay, so these control statements we have the different types here: if statement, if else statement, if else statement, if else if ladder, and switch statement also. Okay, and next flow of control we are having here iteration. Okay, so what is iteration? So iteration is nothing but repeating of the task. Okay, whatever the statements you are giving to the condition, that statements will be going to repeatedly continuously executed. So here iterations we are calling as loops also. Okay, loops are iterations, or loops are used when we want to execute a statement or block of statements several times. So if you want to continuously, means repeatedly, if you want to execute the same state block of statements, then we are using the loops. Okay, the repetition of loops is controlled with the help of a test condition. Okay, until the condition will be satisfied, the loop is going on. Okay, the statements in the loop keep on executing repetitively until the test condition become false. There are following three types here: while loop, do while loop, and for loop. Okay, so these are the three types of flow of controls we are having. The first one we have seen sequential control, and second we have decision control, and third we have seen the iteration control. Okay, now see the decision control statements, or you can say conditional control statements. Okay, so in conditional control, the execution of statements depends upon the condition test. If the condition evaluates to true, then a set of statements is executed, otherwise another set of statements is followed. This control is also called decision control. So already I explained about this. So if the condition is satisfied, then the block of statements will be going to executed. If the condition is false, then the other statements will be going to executed. Okay, so in this we have if else, next if else, if ladder, and switch case. So now see first one, if statement. We are calling this is a simple if statement. Okay, so this is the most simple form of decision control statement. In this form, a set of statements are executed only if the condition given with the if eval is true. Okay, so then this means what? If the condition will be satisfied, okay, whatever the condition you have given. Okay, so see the syntax, general syntax we are having here. If a condition, then block of statement. So this is the block. Block means what? If after the condition, I am opening the open curly braces, then statements, then closing the curly brackets. So this is we are calling the block of statements. Okay, so this condition is satisfied, this condition is true, then these complete statements will be going to executed. Okay, if the condition is false, then these statements are not going to be executed. So now you can see through the flow chart how the flow is going here. Okay, this is the condition. So this condition will be shown in the diamond. Okay, so to show the flow chart, we have here some symbols. Okay, so diamond symbol is used for to write the condition, and this rectangle symbol is for to write the statements. Okay, so this is the condition. So these directions shown here, flow of the. So this means what? If this condition is true, then these block of statements are going to be executed. Okay, if this condition false, then this will be the cursor will be going to skip this block of the statements. This is about the flow of control of the if statement. Okay, now see the example program here. Okay, so a program to check whether the given number is negative means in this if you can take this example also, like other example also, I will real example here. For example, if you are eligible to vote or not, how we are checking? If your age will be 18, then you are eligible for vote. Okay, if your age is not less than 18, means you can't able to give the vote. Okay, that is the condition. So like this in real time also we are seeing this simple if statement. So in this example, I am giving the here to check the given number is the negative. Okay, so negative numbers, how we are checking the negative numbers? So in the straight line, if we can the 0, okay, less than 0 are the negative numbers and greater than 0 are the positive numbers. Okay, so yesterday IO.h as usually header file, then console input output header file also there, and then main function. Then I am declaring one variable num. Okay, then printf, enter the number, and scanf, so giving the number to input. Okay, and then if num less than 0, okay, so I already said so less than 0 numbers are the negative numbers, means condition also we are writing num less than 0. Okay, num less than 0 means if I give it the -1 less than 0, so -1 less than 0, so condition is true. Condition true means what? The given entered number is a negative. Okay, if I given the 5 less than 0 means 5 is a positive number, so 5 is the greater than 0, so but condition is false. Okay, so there is no output. Okay, if the condition will be satisfied, then only we get the output. Okay, this is about the simple if statement. Next we have the if-else statement. Okay, this is a bidirectional control statement. Okay, why we are calling bidirectional control statement? So in this we are having two blocks, if block and else block. So if the condition, so before the if simple if statement, what happened? If condition is true, then only the block is executed. There is no other part. But in this if-else statement, what happened? We have two directions. So that means if the if condition is true, then the if block will be going to executed. If the condition will be false, then the else block will be going to executed. Okay, so this statement is used to a condition and take one of the two possible actions. If the condition evaluates to true, then one statement or block of statements are going to be executed. Otherwise, other statement, the block of statements are going to be executed. So the general form of the syntax. What is syntax? If condition, block of statements, else block of statements. Okay, so now see the flowchart also here. So we are writing the condition. So if the condition will be true, then these if block statements are going to be executed. If the condition will be false, then these else part block of statements are going to be executed. Okay. Now, if you can see the example program, then you can easily understand. So, what a program is to find the biggest of two numbers. Okay, I am taking two numbers. So, in this two numbers, I am checking which one is the biggest. Okay, so I am taking the two variables, num1 comma num2. I am entering the two numbers. I am giving the input to that. So, number 1 equal to 5, number 2 equal to 7. So, in these two numbers, which one is the biggest? So, giving the condition num1 greater than num2. So 5 greater than num7. So condition is true or false? False. Okay, false means which one will be going to go executed here? Number 2 is is true. Means else part will be executed. So 7 is the biggest number. So if I am given 9, okay, num1 is the 9. Num2 is 7. That means what? 9 greater than 7. Means condition is true. Condition true means what? The first statement. That means if block statement will be going to executed. Okay. So the number 7 is the number 9 is big. That is our output. So depend upon the data, it will be give the which one is the biggest, which one is the smallest. Okay. And next we have the nested if else statement. So what a nested means what? Group of if else statement. So we are writing here in the if block we are writing if else statements, and in the else block also you are going to write the if else statement. So here group of statements we are writing in this both statements, then we are calling as a nested if else statements. So if we have if else statement within either the body of an if statement or the body of else statement, or in the body of the both if and else, then this is known as nesting of if else statement. Okay, so general form, if you can see the general form, then you can easily understand. Okay, if a condition, so if the condition is true, then we are checking the one more condition, that is the if condition 2 statement, then else part. Okay, so this is the, if you can observing, this is the first if condition. So in the first if condition, what is there? If else part is there. Okay, then after that, this first if condition we have written the else part. So in the else part we are writing the one more if, one more else statement. Okay, so in the main if condition also you are writing the if else statement, and the main else part also you are writing the if else statement. So this method we are calling as a nested if else statement. Okay, now you can see the example program. So in the example program we are finding the largest of 3 numbers. Okay, so as usually this is a drop down approach, means in the structure of programming we are having the first of all header files, then the main function, then the statements, then the functions. Okay, so as usually yesterday IO.h header file, then also conditional.h one more header file, then main function, then after declaration of the variables. So here I am taking the 4 variables a comma b comma c comma large. Okay, I am entering the 3 numbers and the 3 numbers input I have given through the scanf function. Then now I am checking the condition. So first I am checking 2 numbers. Okay, actually we have to check the 3 largest number, which one is the biggest, but I am checking first of all here 2 numbers. In the 2 numbers a greater than b, so I am taking the numbers like 5 7 9. Okay, so 5 greater than 7. So that means what happened? 5 means condition false. Condition false means what happened? I am going to else part. So in the else part, what is there? Here 5 greater than 9. So here also condition false. Condition false means what happened? I am going to else part. So in the else part, what is there? Large equal to c, means 9 is 9 only biggest number. No, so I got the output here. Okay, I am stopping that here. Say control flow. Here I am stopping the cursor, means the execution flow is stopped here only. Okay, this is the way to run the program. This is the way to compile the program. Okay, next we have the else if ladder. Okay, so this is also one of the type of nesting only, so in which there is an if else statement in every else part except the last else part. This type of nesting is called else if ladder. Means how we are writing, means see, first we are at if condition, the statement, then again we are at else if, then if you want to again you want to check, then again else if again you want to check the condition, then again you are writing else if. So you are ending with the lastly else part. Okay, so else if ladder means what? Step by step. Okay, so first we are checking the condition. We are in the first condition only, condition will be true, then the statement A will be executed. No need to check, no need to go to the remaining parts. Okay, if the first condition fails, then we are going to else part. Okay, so in the else part, what is there? Again condition is there. Okay, if the condition is true, then statement B will be, statement B is executed. Okay, if the condition is false, then again we are going to else part. Okay, then again if the condition is we are checking the condition. If the condition is true, then we are checking, we are executing the statement 3. Otherwise again we are going to else part. So like this, if we are writing the pattern, so multiple statements you are going to be executed in this. Okay, multiple branching statements you are going to be executed using the if else if ladder. Okay, this is the else if ladder. Now see the program. So in this program, to find the grade of the student. So now you are a student, you want to check your grade. So which grade you got according to the marks. So maximum percentage, if you got 90 above, you O grade, 80 above, A grade, 70 above, B grade, 60 above, C grade, like this we are checking. So as usually I written the header file, then after the main function, so I am declaring the marks. So printf statement. So enter the percentage of student. So then I am giving the marks. So marks will be if the greater than 80. So means, so if I given the marks 90 greater than 80 means condition true. Condition true means what? Which grade I am getting? A grade. Okay. If in this situation the marks I have only 70, okay, so 70 greater than 80 means what? Condition false. Condition false means I have to go else part. So in the else part, what is there? Marks will be 70 greater than 70. 70 greater than 70 is also condition true, means I got a grade B. Okay, otherwise I got only 50 marks. Okay, 50 marks, I got only 50 marks. Then 50 greater than 60 means condition false. Then again I go to check the again one more condition, that is the 50 greater than 50, condition 2. Then I got a grade D. Okay, if less than 50 I got, means 40 marks only I got. So then I go to the else part. In the else part, what I am having? Fail. You are a fail. Okay, so means we are checking the every condition, so depend upon the marks. So if the marks will be highest I got, then the first condition only is satisfied, no need to go to here or remaining statement no need to check. But if I got here lastly 40 marks only, then every statement I have to check, and finally I came to else part. In the else part I got a message, you are a fail. The program going to print you are fail. So this is about the grade of the student. This is the way to find the grade of the student. This is the example program for the if else ladder. Okay, next we have the switch case statement. Okay, so here if else switch, these all are the keywords. Okay, these all are the keywords, and C is a case sensitive language. So in every program you are writing the lower case letters only, small case letters only we have to use in our program. If the keywords, what are the keywords we are writing, those are also completely in a lower case only. Okay, so now see switch case. So switch case statements are a substitute for a long if statement, has more flexibility and a clear format than else if ladder. Means just before we have to see the program for a grade of a student, there every statement you have to check, but using the switch statement you can easily find the multiple selection of the statement. Means which statement you want to be check. So in the switch statement you can give the expression, so which case you are having, you are belonging to which case, automatically that case only going to be executed. So if replacement of the if else ladder, easy purpose of that they are finding the switch case statement. Okay, so this statement is used to select one out of the several number of alternatives present in a block. So what are the alternatives can be? For example, like we have the multiple grades. So depend upon the marks we have to select. So this selection statement successively test the value of expression against a list of integer or character constant. So how the expression we have to give here means we have to give the integer constant or character constant. We have to give that if that the constant integer constant is matched to that expression, then we are entering into the cases like this. Okay, now you can see the general syntax switch case statement. So switch expression. So I said you can give the integer constant or character constant here. Then how we are writing here, in this also keywords we have the case is a keyword, default is a keyword. These two are the keywords only. Okay, case constant 1 statements, case constant 2 statements, case constant 3 statements, and so on. So how many cases you are having, okay, how many alternatives you are having, depend upon that cases you are going to be declaring here. Then finally if and so on n. Okay, and finally if these all statement or these all cases are not going to be executed, then we are having a default statement. Okay, you are having a multiple alternatives. Okay, so these all alternatives are not going to be accepted, then you are having one default alternative, that is the default statement. Okay, this is the syntax of a switch case statement. Now here switch, so I already explained here switch case and default are the keywords. The expression following the switch keyword must give an integer value. This expression can be any integer or any character variable or a function call that returns an integer. It can also be arithmetic, relational, logical or bitwise expression. So generally in conditional, if you want to give the condition, we are using the relational operators, arithmetic expressions. Okay, depend upon the expression, here we are going to check the switch case condition. Okay, now see the example program of the switch case. So in this switch case here we are going to print the day of the week. Okay, which day of the week, now today is Sunday. Okay, like this we are checking here. Header files we have given, then main function, then I am declaring a day here, then printf enter the day number from 1 to 7. Okay, then switch day. So in day, what is the constant values? We are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 like this. Okay, so first case 1, what is here? Case 1, Monday. Okay, then if you are giving here switch text day 1, then that means Monday is printed. Okay, otherwise day value if you given 2, then Tuesday printed. Then day if you are given 3, that Wednesday is printed. Like this, if you are given the days 4, then Thursday, then 5 means Friday, then 6 means Saturday, then 7 means Sunday. Okay, if you are giving this 1 to 7, these all days will be printed. If you are not giving out of 7, means you are giving 8. 8 means what? Your input is not matched here. Okay, this 1 to 7 if you given, it is matched. Okay, then whatever the day is there, depend upon that it will be given the output. If you are giving the out of this range, okay, out of this range, if you given the 8, if you given the 9, then there is no matches. That's why it will be goes default. Okay, default means it will be give the wrong input. So we have to enter the expression data, whatever the cases, whatever the range we have given, up to there only we have to enter. That is about the switch case statements. Okay, next we are having the iteration loops.